Good morning and welcome to another day in Lent. Today is day 9. I'm losing track already. Alright, we're going to have some fun today. I'm going to have some fun today. I'm going to show you my Bible collection. Now, I don't want a battle about Bible translations in the comments. I might be just asking for it with what I'm talking about right now. Like I said yesterday, please keep your comments and questions charitable and loving. As a good evangelical, I have a very large Bible collection. It is just the simple NIV P Bible hardcover, but as you see, this is the Bible of a kid. I love that I was using Bible tabs. This is the Bible that I used through middle school and into high school. Bible that I used in my 20s was the New Living Translation. Once again, tabs all the way through. I think it's a really good translation as far as finding a good balance between something that is easy to read and something that is accurate to the original language. And of course, as a good evangelical, I went on a number of short-term missions trips, and so I don't know if you can read this. This is my House of Bible that I got on a missions trip to Nigeria. I know that I will never learn to read this, because I never will have a use to learn Hausa, but I just thought it was great to be able to have a Bible from the country that I went to serve people in. The first Bible that I got as a Catholic was this small Revised Standard Version Catholic edition. I love this. I love having small Bibles because they're easy to throw in your bag and carry around with you. This Bible has been on a few hikes with me as well. The newest Bible that I have, and I would highly recommend this to anyone that loves to study Scripture. It is the Ignatius Catholic Study Bible, New Testament. And I think they have the full Bible out now. This was from a few years ago when they just had the New Testament. But the notes on the bottom of each page in this Bible are really helpful. It's something that evangelicals have been doing really well for a long time. And I think Catholics are just getting into it and learning the importance of having a good study Bible. Today we're going to be looking at John 14 to 17. And why it is one of my most favorite passages in the Bible. I believe the Apostle John was the youngest of the 12 apostles. He was the one that lived the longest. He died on the island of Patmos in 95 AD. The Gospel of John was the last of the 4 Gospels to be written. In the Gospel of John, John refers to himself as the disciple that Jesus loved. And I love that image because there's an image of intimacy between Jesus and John. So I've always looked up to John because I've always wanted to have that close, intimate relationship with Jesus. John chapters 14 to 17, I think really show the deepest part of the heart of Jesus. John 13 goes through his accounts of the Last Supper. And so chapter 14 starts with, for me, the most promising, the most hopeful verses in the Bible. Jesus looks at Peter and he looks at the other disciples and he says, "Don't be troubled. You trust God. Now trust in me." And so Jesus is asking his disciples to trust him. And as I said, I went over this in an earlier video. But from that point, John 14 and 15 is Jesus sitting around the table. They had just finished the Last Supper. Jesus is sitting with his disciples, and he is sharing his heart with them. At the end of chapter 15, Jesus knows that Judas is going to be coming after him very soon. Chapter 16 and 17, Jesus is walking with his disciples from the upper room to the Garden of Gethsemane. And in chapter 17 is the prayer of Jesus. And one of the things that has stood out to me has been how much he talks about unity in his prayer. He's praying to Jesus and he prays that his disciples may be one. One of my favorite verses in chapter 17 is chapter 17, verse 20. Jesus says, "I am praying not only for these disciples, but also for all who will ever believe in me because of their testimony." and it hit me very early on. He is praying at that moment, 2,000 years ago, for every Christian that will come after that, including myself, including anyone here who loves Jesus and wants to follow him. He is praying for us. And he's praying for everyone, because he wants all of us to know him, and he wants all of us to trust the testimony of his disciples. So that is why these are four of my favoriteest chapters in the Bible. So I want to thank you for joining me again today. Thank you for walking through these chapters in John with me. I will be coming back to a few passages here and there in the coming days for the rest of Lent. So I encourage you to leave your questions in the comments below. Anything you would like for me to cover about my journey into the Catholic Church. I ask you once again, please leave the comments below, charitable and loving. And come back tomorrow. I'll be sharing more of my journey into the Catholic Church. You can watch another video up here. If you think I've earned it, please hit that subscribe button. Click that like button if you like this video. And I'll see you again tomorrow. God bless.